Hello, today I'm very excited to announce my ChessGUI I've been working on for a while, ChessTree. Now, the point of ChessTree is plain and simple. I want to be able to have my opening, the one I'm playing currently, in one file, so I can have it be very, very complete. Because, man, don't you hate it when you're like, oh, I am playing my opening. So let's say I'll just make a new opening here for demonstration purposes. Let's say you're playing one and oh, I'm playing d4, and then all of a sudden you get something crap like this. And well, the point of just isn't to like fully develop all lines to completion like a crazy nut job, because that's going to be quite impossible. But it should be like planned out, or it should be once you see one of your opponents pull some of this crap, like you should be able to just like I know for a fact that I'm doing this when I see this crap. It's pretty crap. And it will have some preparation and all that. But I also want to be able to, and I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see. Okay, maybe I've done some England Gambit lines. I've done some horror lines. I've done this terrible line. Maybe I always respond to the modern the same way. If you try doing some going into the modern this way, you're gonna have to face Jampowski with me. And as you can see here, this is still a work in progress version, as you can see. Like, the visual is not that great. I'm playing simple because it's gonna take me seconds, a little bit of copy and paste, but I'm also gonna have to work on, some of these not covering up some of the other ones and the labels being a bit better. But the whole point of this is going to be like, from the first move, I can see, one, two, three, four, five, six. I see that there's six different variations here. I have a visual indication. And, if I want to be able to, like, oh, well, what do I play here? Well, I haven't put it into the tree yet. Play a Lunderino. And, the other point is, like, hey, I want it now. Currently, the program doesn't fully support this, but basically, when they move this, I want this to be a transposition. Like, this should transpose into line, and this should show, hey, this is the same thing, The move I make here will be this one, and it should actually automatically. What will be the plan here is if you have this line filled out, we're like, oh, okay, here I will move this. Then the objective is that when you move this, the computer will automatically add this in because it knows it's a transposition and will automatically set it to this node. And while currently transposition is not implemented, as that's coming in version 2.0, and currently I'm working on the practice tool, which is going to be this one up here. But once all that's in there, version 2.0, it'll be going live and available for sale. I'm considering to just sell it for 10 USD. Not much. I don't want to make free because I want to get a little something back for it to be able to support the project more and help it grow. But, very much I don't want. ChessBase is like, how much is ChessBase? That's actually an interesting question. ChessBase. I know it's in it's quite expensive. But if I were to go shop ChessBase, well, that's the mega package they have. But like that is now ChessBase includes a lot more. They include databases, all that. But let's say their starter program, which has, very little, it has no database, well, has a live DB, which is accessed via premium ChessBase account, which you only get premium for 3 months, and you don't get the database, you don't get database updates, you don't have a CB magazine. It's £149, right? Like to the average chess player that's just a small chess player, that is way too much. So I wanted to make this cheaper one that you could also fully put out and put lines in, record it, and then actually just click a button and be able to practice those lines. The other thing is if you go, let's say, to something like Elite Chess, you may be like, okay, I'm going to make a Elite Chess study. You know, you might be like, I'm gonna, put it into just Elite Chess. Have everything like, I'll go this. If the English Gambit, I take, uh, if this, then this. I'm just going to quickly set it up here for you guys. If this, putting a couple lines in here. Like, and to be fair, they've done a pretty good job with how they've done things. Let me switch over here and show you. Like, they've done a pretty good job with their visual indication here as they spread it out. I can clearly see that there's 3 lines here, but look at what happens the moment I like for example, this, if we have this line versus like, it looks like 2 completely different lines. Look, look at this position and look at this position. It's the exact same position, but there's no real clear visual indication. And the deeper we go here, like for example, if we go, maybe we play c4 in that position, maybe and we do the work here. But then right here as well, we would have to repeat, put it again. And you see there's more work, there's more data, there's less, but the whole point of the ChessTree program is to remove this. Like, that's why we're going live with version 2.0. That's when we'll actually be putting it up for sale. Is because that's when the main point of the entire program will be implemented. Because I very much don't it's like it wasn't meant to do this, and it probably wasn't meant to do that. So it's time we have a tool that was meant to do that. And also, I can't put in something like this and hit a button and then have the computer just pick a random move and say, hey, what was your plan here? Because you can study everything all you want, but unless you actually do the moves, it's not going to be the greatest. So this is my ChessTree GUI, and I'm very proud of the work we've done so far. And I'm very excited for the future of the benefits that this tool can be. You can also use it to like incrementally map out basically your opening. You play a game, you put the game into this opening until the point where you made a move that you don't want to actually, you're like, that's not the move I want to do. I want to do a different move. You do a different move, and then boom. From there, you can like your next game, you'll make that different move, and you'll explore the line farther and farther and farther. Now, if you want to support this project, we currently have a Patreon. The link should be into my channel, but I'll also be putting the link into the description on the Patreon. If you want currently access to what we currently have, a $10 a month coming in will give you access to every single new update, all the stuff and everything. Give a little bit more than that, give like 25, and you'll be able to actually like vote on the features that we'll be implementing with ChessTree and give actual decision making. There's one tier higher than that, but that is legitimately just for like, bragging purposes. The king tier is for bragging purposes. We'll be showing, this is the Patreon right here, and the tiers I've been talking about. Pawn tier, this is just if you want to support us and don't really want anything. The knight tier is actually the access to the pre-release versions of ChessTree. Um, the queen tier is that one where you'll actually get exclusive voting power. This is for bragging rights. This is really like I will be personally shouting out anybody who gives this. Currently, obviously I have no Patreons because this is the first video talking about it, but I am hoping eventually to maybe get up to $1,000 a month from, obviously spread out within like a bunch of people. Like if 100 people give $10 a month, I can transition to make this my full time. So I'll be able to work full time on this, be able to do incredible amounts of progress. Because currently I've been able to do this within like 3 or 4 months, with very little part-time progress. But with full-time progress, like we'd be able to steamroll for so many features, and there's so many ideas I want to bring to the table. Like, see, practice mode, I want to do random. I want to fully explore tree practice modes. I want to have a practice profile so you can have like a indication of where you go right, where you go wrong. I want to be able to import your games to be able to compare against tree. I want to be able to import games of other people to be able to create trees that are specifically going down lines we there tend to lose. Like that will be, I think, huge for professional play. But most of this is aimed at the casual player. You play on chess.com, you just play some games. This is aimed at you. Now, obviously, if you want just the app, and you want, you'll, if you pay like the $10, not on the Patreon, but when we actually release the app, I'll probably be releasing it at least on itch.io, and I'll look for a couple other sites to release this on. Once you pay there, then you'll be getting access to all the new updates and everything, and it will be just a one-time purchase of $10. If you just want the app, want to pay as least as possible for the app, just wait till I release the full thing and pay the $10, and then you'll have it for the rest of your life. If you want to help support the project and move it forward, please consider going onto the Patreon and subscribing, giving us, I would love the highlighted tier, the $10 tier. That's the one I want people to. But if you can't do $10 and you don't care about gaining access to the pre-release version and getting those accesses through it, and the pawn tier completely suffices. And if you don't want to do that and you just want to wait and buy, it for $10, hey, I'll be ecstatic if you buy my app for $10. I've worked hard on it, and every little bit will probably help